Hi, my name's Stuart Snadden, and welcome to today's Introduction to Lean in 5 minutes. Lean is about continuous improvement. It's the endless search for refinement and optimization across an entire organization based on what is valued most at a particular point in time, but also by identifying and eliminating waste to maximize the flow of this value. It's also built from a fundamental set of principles and methods to reduce waste, and it does this by decomposing a process into a value stream of activities, which is based upon the knowledge and experience of those closest to the work. Lean is an organizational culture that defines how people interact and communicate in order to work well together. As an employee, it's very rewarding to be asked your opinion or to give your opinion or to know that your opinion is valued. It makes you feel like you're part of something bigger. Historically, it's senior management that drives this culture, but you often find there are superstar employees being the primary influencers. For example, Microsoft have MVPs and regional directors who are the social media influencers of their corporate world. So don't underestimate the power of the people. Let's quickly cover a few things that Lean is not. Waste is just the tip of the iceberg. It's not about tooling. Contrary to some sources, it's not operational excellence. In fact, operational excellence is the result of being lean. There is no inherited legacy goo stopping you from doing the things that you want to do, and it's not a framework, it's a methodology. There are no qualifications, governance, or rules you need to practice lean, and it's not possible without a stable process. You have to get your foundations laid first, have something strong to build upon. And lean is definitely not mean. Lean creates new opportunities to add value that didn't exist before. In fact, Toyota have more people on the factory floor now than they have ever had before. And no, it's not a silver bullet. You really have to work hard to be lean. So there's this new way of lean thinking that's not solely in the domain of industrial engineering and manufacturing. Lean fits perfectly into more cerebral knowledge-based business models as well. Things like building software or banking, design and media companies. In fact, any business that involves repeatable processes or people. This new way of lean thinking is more about questioning the things that you do rather than adhering to a dysfunctional dogma. And it simply requires a shift in mindset from that of solving problems to thinking about and focusing on value and waste. Because solving problems on their own doesn't add value. If you're working on something that the customer hasn't asked for, then you're simply wasting time, money, and resources, whereas a byproduct of removing waste is added value. Lean is all about investing heavily in people. It was machinery they used to invest in the early days when a machine could do the job of 100 men, but now there's an equal focus on the people who optimize the flow of value throughout an entire organization. There's also a strong belief in people being capable. If you're good at your job, then you've got to trust that the people that you hire will also be good at theirs. And for most people, the last time they had any formal education was probably when they're in school or when they left university. And that could have been 5, 10, or 20 years ago. So it's very important to keep the momentum of continuous development going throughout their entire career. And as the saying goes, good thinking, good products. The 5 founding lean principles are very much process oriented. You can start with identifying value from the customer's perspective and then map all the steps into a value stream and eliminate any steps that don't create value. You can increase the flow by reducing the time progressing from one step to the next and let customers pull value from the flow of upstream activities when they need it. Finally, you repeat the process until value is created with no waste. This is the nirvana state that you want to get to. How do you go about implementing the 5 founding lean principles? Well, a good place to start is with the 7 people-oriented tenets, which you can easily remember using the deliver mnemonic. Deliver a constant flow of value to the customer. Eliminating waste adds a lot of value. Continuously develop people. Build quality into your process and activities. And think about the whole production line, not just the bit that you work on. Likewise with people, talk to everyone, not just the people you work with directly. Keep this going and keep getting better. As you can see, this new lean way of thinking is very much in alignment with the intent of the founding lean principles from way back in those early TPS manufacturing days, which are generic enough to still hold true for the new knowledge-based approaches to work we find today. In summary, lean gives you the creation of value through continuous improvement by focusing on what the customer values the most and the removal of waste. We also introduce you to the 5 lean principles and the 7 modern tenets.